All right, so we live now. Hey y'all, welcome to Dominique the podcast. This is our first episode, and we're gonna be coming at you weekly. We're gonna talk politics, we're gonna talk funny stuff. Cause I'm comedian, but we gonna have everybody on here. We're gonna have my comedian friends, we're gonna have my business friends, my church friends. We're going for the gusto on here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time, we're gonna talk, we might even cry, I don't know. But it's all in love and it's all in fun. So I'm glad you're doing the first episode. I'll start reading comments soon, but I don't know about them comments because the comments break the spirit. You don't need none of that during the COVID. You already low grade depression already. I got two of my very, very funny friends. We got one on now, the other one trying to get his link together, but he'll be on it. So we're gonna start with my good friend, my family, comedian A-Train, straight out of Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. And my next guest is the very funny also, Eddie Bryant, and he'll be up on here in a minute. He said he getting his link together, so I don't know where Ed at, but get it together.
Nice.
Train, I'm good. It's good to see you, Train. How you doing, Train?
I'm good, Dom. I'm good to see you too. And I'm gonna tell you what, since this COVID-19, it's good to be seen, as the old folks say.
Hey, Train, it's good to be healthy and be seen. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing, man.
God, it's a sure enough blessing, and I'm happy to be seeing you look good, though. You looking healthy and look like you eating good. What's going on here?
It ain't nothing but elderberries and vitamin D's and vitamin C's. I'm trying to keep that Rona off me.
You gotta keep that Rona off you. I don't care what you gotta do, Trey. You gotta try it on. Put vitamin D, drop it on the tongue, drink some alkaline water.
Elderberries, you hear me? Cranberries. I'm taking it all, man. I'm taking it all.
Real people, this thing that messed us up. We can't even whisper no more. They be like, you get too close.
Right. Listen, just text me, dog. Just text me whatever you trying to say.
You call somewhere, you'll clear the whole place out. All you gotta do is say, everybody get to leave right there on the fight.
Listen, black people turn to a Karen. They get to snitching on you. Hey, get him up out of here. He coughing, he's sniffing. Get him up out of here.
Well, I'm guilty of that because I almost did that myself. Trying, I was at this it's a store out here, grocery store called Gelson's out here, supermarket, and the dude he was walking the floor. He came past me, he called, and we caught eye contact. And I looked at him. He said, "No, I just smoked a cigarette." I said, "Okay, because this is gonna be the last day." I'll have to check his temperature and see do he need to be going somewhere.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for this foolishness, man.
Oh, and don't get us wrong now. Don't misunderstand me now. We're not laughing at COVID. We know that it's very, very serious, but we are serious. So the way that we get through things and decide things, we do always have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we are sensitive to the nation COVID, and you know that a lot of people have passed and have been sick, so it's not in that. We're not in that thing
at all. With that being said, Dom, so you checked in on me to see how I'm doing. How you doing? You looking like you living in the promised land too. Look like.
Hey, like the Clark sisters say, I like living the kind life. Hey, I'm blessed now.
Right.
Complain. I'm healthy. God has kept me through this period, through this season that we in.
Nice.
Hey, I that's all I can really say, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm in here. I'm saying no.
Huh?
Eddie just hit me up and said, I'm in here. I don't see you.
He incognito. He playing it safe back there.
Yeah, I don't see him. Craig, come on, Craig. Yeah, right. I don't know what Ed doing. He say he in here, but I don't know if he. I don't know.
Cool. So how is it out there in California, IA?
Well, we're in a heat wave right now. We're in a heat wave right now.
Oh, the heat wave, man.
You said, yeah, we're in a heat wave right now. It's like 100 and some degrees today.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, hold on. Now I got allergies right there. You gotta clarify. You can't even cough. You know, you can't even cough no more. You gotta clarify this thing. That is a scratchy throat from the air conditioner.
Just show up with some Lysol and just start spraying. Like, who is that?
Who is it? Yeah. Talking to you. It's a lot going on. Like, I know I'm trying to get this feedback out. This is the first episode, and there's so many things going on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Right, and everything before we get into this discussion here. Hold on, I got an itchy throat. I'm not. This is nothing else. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Is that better?
Yeah, turn my volume down a little bit. Eyes every night, talking to my producer. Hey, Michelle Thorne, I can't type. I love you too, Jim Crane. I'm trying to multitask. I get the typing down and everything. You know. If you're trying to get me to the Facebook, you need to go through my Instagram page and go to that link and go on the Facebook. It is because people on here. So you need to go through that. Yes. God. So I love you too, Jim Crane. We waiting on Ed. So yeah, I'm doing good too. I'm doing good training. I'm blessed. And
listen, this season we in, boy, you have to know how to reinvent and keep the wheel going, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Old folks say you got to learn how to roll with the punches.
Got to learn how to roll with the punches. And I think we've been blessed. I thank God been keeping us. We in strange times. I've never seen anything like this throughout my whole lifetime. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there.
This is crazy.
I haven't.
This crazy, Dom.
I have not seen anything like it throughout my whole lifetime.
It's real.
You know, this is one of those things. You know how they always say, where were you? What were you doing when COVID-19 happened?
Right.
You know, I don't want to be in this position either. You know, it's not good when it's a virus out there. There is people that think it's a hoax. Now, I don't know about that because in the whole world.
That's right. So your boy Trump say the Democratic Party did this. Over in we did this overseas too?
Overseas? You trying to say this? We did Italy? I mean, you can run them down. Europe? Did that really happen? You know.
So we got Democrats all over there in Italy, huh?
We got Democrats all over there. And I mean, so if you saying the Democrats, so I guess you could say the leader of the Democrats is Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, right? So they did this all over the world. I could even buy it. If it was happening just in the United States, I might be like, yeah, this ain't right, because it seemed like it'll be all over the world.
Right.
You know, no.
Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, so it's real, and it's amazing that people are feeling like and still talking about that it ain't real, man. Like you got bodies in the streets, man. This they don't get no realer than this, man.
You know, it's real. It's not real. It's a hoax. I just don't understand. I don't understand when people getting sick and when they're dying, how it's a hoax. But that's just me. That's just me. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I ain't gonna argue. I don't argue with people over their opinions.
Listen,
we have opinions, and it's okay if we have opinions.
Listen, they had this lady. It was on. I saw it on social media today. Her husband died due to COVID, right? Mm-hmm. And she was at his gravesite, and she got her sign, and she's crying and mourning, and she was saying how her husband supported Donald Trump, listened to everything he said, and they didn't believe this because Trump said it wasn't real. Meanwhile, her husband is in the ground due to COVID.
That was her father.
There was a father.
That was her father.
Y'all done followed this man you done followed Trump to the grave.
Yeah, I understand politicians those are very important jobs, but I just like when she even gave that interview, she said that you're raised to listen to your politicians. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. I was raised to respect politicians, but when it come down to having your own mind and you see what's going on around here, I'm not getting ready to listen to what no Donald Trump. If you ever listen to Donald Trump over the last almost 4 years, it's no way in the world that you can believe anything that this dude says.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen.
Come on now.
You're not gonna have me inject no bleach or swallow no bleach to stay healthy.
No, then he switched up the post office. They was taking mailboxes and all this and all that. And then yesterday he just said, "Who? No, I told them to speed up the mail. That's not good."
That man, listen, this right here is a movie, man. There's no way if somebody was sitting me down around a campfire and they was telling me about what's happening in 2020, I just wouldn't have believed it. And to hear that now they're taking up the mailboxes to create voter suppression, like, come on, man.
What you doing with that? What are you? And this is my point too. Okay, I hear you. And don't get me wrong. People, they often don't want you to talk about this situation. They often don't want you to talk about this administration. Okay, well, it's something that we do need to discuss. I feel this way about this guy, President of the United States, said he was going to make America great again. Well, if you're going to make America great again, why you got to stick the election? We should all vote for you, Jeff. You're so great. You have done such a wonderful, marvelous thing.
Right.
And done all this. Why is it that you gotta hire your friend to be the postmaster general?
Listen.
You got this mass operation to shut the post office down. And actually, you don't even have to use the post office to vote. You can go to vote.org and they'll tell you can go to the polls. You can go to the board of elections in your town. You don't have to use them to let that bother your mind.
Listen, they used to say you have to pay attention to what these people say and what they don't say. Well, that's old. That's back in the day. Nowadays, you could just follow exactly what they said. They're not speaking in code. They're not trying to talk above your head. Trump came out the box and told you what he was going to do. He said he's going to make America great again, and he brought slavery back. Look at them airport workers.
Got us running for our lives. Got us running for our lives out here. You hear me? Don't make no sense.
Dom, look at the airport workers. The government made it mandatory for them to work for free. That's slavery, man.
Yes. And I don't know what that's about.
He brought it all back. He told you exactly what he's going to do. You can sugarcoat it if you want to. You ain't got to decode nothing. They're telling you straight up.
Yeah, and then he want to flip this what the media doing, this what the media. No, sir, I'm listening to what you say out your mouth, sir.
That's your mouth. M-O-F-F.
Absolutely. I'm grown out here and I'm listening to the things you say out your mouth. I'm not going off. You the one said we can possibly inject Clorox bleach. You said that. He didn't say that. I think Ed coming in here. Ed, he act like he frozen for a minute though. Ed trying to get it.
You got to have the Chrome and you got to have Firefox.
Oh yeah, this the real deal, Ed. You got to have the whole 9 up in here.
I totally thought we were going on a Zoom call, and forgive me that my technology is not the way it's supposed to be. There's fine internet on.
Ed, where you at? You want to run like you in a bunker or something, Ed? Ed paused with his head.
Got his fishing hat on.
It looked like he had no. Ed said, I don't know what the election gonna bring, but look here. Ed said, I'm already where I'm going if the results not right. If the man steal all the mailboxes and all the ballots and just run with them.
Yeah.
It looked like he already in position. It looked like he ready to go for real.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you know,
I got all my disinfectant. I got everything.
I do think we need to vote. You know, I do. I think we do need to. I think we do need to vote.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't like I hear some people really say that, you know, we voting for the same thing, you know, both parties are you know, may be the same, both parties are the same. Okay, yeah, if that is true, okay, I'm not going to dispute anybody on if you look at it fact for fact and line for line. You will find some similarity. But at this point in time, with the state we are in this country right now, you got to vote for somebody with the right mental capacity for the job. It's unfortunate, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we have to vote with somebody that's capable with the correct mental capacity for this job.
Right.
Really do, and it's like he just can't do it, and that's okay. Everybody can't do the job. You know, a lot of people that, and the presidency of the United States is one of the jobs that you have to be qualified for. You can get away with that at Burger King. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with that. You can get away with that. You probably can get away with that doing several other occupations, but the presidency of the United States,
president of the United States, you can't fake that, man.
You can't
fake that. No, that ain't no on-the-job training right there.
No, it's not. You have got to be qualified. You can't tell people in the middle of a pandemic that it's gonna go away. This is not the Disney Channel, bruh.
You at least got to be able to read. We can just start with that. You got to be able to read.
Be able to read,
because you're gonna do a lot of talking with that camera in your face.
Absolutely, you're gonna do a whole lot of talking. So that's what I'm really saying, and I just think that our ancestors, you know, they died for us to be able to vote, and we have to respect that.
Gotta respect that.
We can't just say we not gonna vote and I'm not gonna vote, and that's just irresponsible. And then people on their platform saying that's not good.
Listen,
that's just not good. If a person decides to do that, that's fine. But I don't think you need to encourage anybody to do that.
Right.
Because we're not in a good situation, and we're gonna be in a worse situation if this guy's president. I don't even know how you vote for a president that even if the other presidents or the president that's coming in, even if they say that he is racist or whatever, okay, all right. But you're not gonna get up there and keep stoking racism in my face every day in the middle of a pandemic where I done lost my job. People have lost their health care, their loved ones, their health.
No empathy whatsoever, man. No empathy, no sympathy. He literally said, "It is what it is."
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
He literally said that, and it's like, you know, like you say, we gotta vote. I told somebody the other day, I said, you can't post 1 week, rest in peace to John Lewis, and you don't get out and vote.
No, you can't do that, Train.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, we got to think about our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when we think about ancestors, they like to go so far back in the past. But you got to think about somebody who was just here. You know what I'm saying? John Lewis. You know what I'm saying? This guy went from, you know, legendary to ancestor. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he got his head split to the white meat trying to get the right for us to vote.
Yes. The last of the civil rights movement era.
And I'm going to tell you something too, Dom. I believe if John Lewis was here, he would be voting for Biden and Kamala Harris, period.
Yes.
So if the person who got his head split to the white meat trying to get the right to vote, if he vote for Kamala and Biden, what everybody else at the tail end of the arrow, what you gonna do? What you gotta vote? You gotta go with the people who.
And Absolutely. And I understand their history. I understand Joe Biden's history with the 94 crimes bill. I understand
Right.
Kamala Harris' history as a prosecutor in California. I understand those things.
Right.
And those things, they are important things. But they said that they have changed from their way. You understand?
Listen.
Just like all of us have to have the opportunity to change from the ways that we have been.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think they deserve that same opportunity. Go ahead, Ed. I see you try.
Y'all overcomplicating it. Do you want to vote like the KKK or not?
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
All
is find people on both sides and trivializing what's going on.
Yes.
What is that? The matter at hand is you got a treasonous type of individual at the helm. They doing some crazy stuff that Barack and them could have, never done. Okay, never. Okay, so if Barack owned a hotel across the street from the White House, man, he didn't give up his tax report. He ain't turn in his paperwork. What black person you know don't turn their paperwork, still get to keep the job? Who? Where? What?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we are voting for we're voting really for Supreme Court judges.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
That's it right there. People ain't thinking about that, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
So people really need to understand the longevity, and us as black folks, we really need to get our minds and understand how to actually leverage our actual vote. We so busy being trivial about this or that. We only been voting since 1964. So we still have yet to leverage our vote to get something that we want. You know what I mean? We get given, but we have not said, okay, all right, we got 20 million votes and we want these 100 things. Now, whoever's going to deliver us these 100 things, you get this 20 million votes.
But do you think, Ed, in the time that we in right now, like you said, we haven't been voting since 1964, and it was a heavy price paid for us to be able to do that starting in 1964. So I still think we need to honor that. But do you think at the state of this country and right now, given what you just said about you even voting for white supremacy or you not, do we need to lean on that stand like a lot of people are saying and do not vote? Or do we vote, we get a new administration, and then hit the streets and continue to demand that way? Because even if you don't vote and this guy gets back in office, we still not going to be any close. We're going to be worse off, in my opinion.
All right. Okay. I think that we need to the people that say they're not going to vote, our vote doesn't count. We need to appeal to them that because if you feel like your vote does not count, give us your vote on behalf of your grandmother. Give us your vote on behalf of people that couldn't do it and just fill in the gap. You wasn't doing nothing with it anyway. It ain't gonna hurt you anyway.
Wow.
It don't cost you nothing. Right? But some paperwork. You can mail it in at this point. You can get an absentee ballot right now and go ahead and mail it, and you don't even got to go to the poll. So we need to appeal to them if they feel like our vote does not count. Because we are peers, like if you got a peer that says, okay, my vote don't count, I ain't gonna vote. All right, cool, we friends, let me get your vote. Because what they need to understand is by voting, you get to appear on jury when you go to court. When you go to court and you see the jury don't look like you, it's because we don't vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be like, oh, the system is, man, you're not participating. So I think their frustration is because we have not yet figured out how to, well, we have figured it out. We have not leveraged it yet.
What you think?
We can't get on the same page.
But what you think, Trine?
I think you got to catch the fish before you can scale it. And a lot of times, what I see people on social media talking about, I understand where they're coming from, but it's the priority of it. Get this new administration in place first, and then we can debate and try to reinforce and present certain policies, like you say, or these list of things that we want done, and then we can see because right now the house is on fire.
Yeah,
you got people out here talking about, what I'm saying, they want this, but the house is burning down.
Yeah.
First things first. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Trump out of office. We understand what Kamala did, her background. We understand Joe Biden's background, which means these two people, I think we can get them to move on the behalf of our community more so than anybody, more so than Barack Obama, because
I believe that.
More.
I believe that.
More. And then on top of that, if you look at the track record, what they've been doing, like in the last 5-6 years, they've been working to undo the very things that they were a part of that put our community in a real tight jam and some real predicaments.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But everybody's not looking at that. Even with Kamala, but even in all of that, that's on the back. All of that's neither here or there, because right now, if Trump get another chance to put another Supreme Court person into place, that seat is a lifetime appointment.
Yeah.
A lifetime appointment.
Yeah.
And if people don't get out and vote, your non-voting is a vote for the other side, that you're going to be on the bottom end of the totem pole forever.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And people want to talk about how many people Kamala put in prison, how many people, Joe in prison. But this stop and frisk policy that Trump got in place right now has put more people behind bars than Kamala ever has.
Okay. I think we're missing
So vote, get the new administration in, and then we can work out all the other list of things that we need on the back end. That's my opinion.
We got a bit of amnesia about what it was like during the crack epidemic. Everybody wasn't getting money.
No, they weren't.
You didn't, what about the people that were selling crack and the people that had to clean and take care of all these babies that was made, and the parents gone to the street, and it's crime, and it's murder, and it's robbery, and our communities are devastated, right? All this sickness. So, of course, in order for the Democrats at that time to get in office to beat the Republicans, they had to appear tough on crime.
Yeah.
The Congress at that time was a Republican-led Congress, filled that bill with all of that pork. Okay, so he had to vote it in order to get something on the books. Okay, that is the circumstance in which the bill was made, right? And Kamala was working at the behest of the governor. Your job as attorney general or as a prosecutor is to prosecute the law on the books. If you have a problem with the law, your issue is with the state senators who created the policy.
She played that game
at the time. So, you're trying to hold. One thing I don't like about what's going on is we love to hold each other to a higher standard than what we hold anybody else.
Come on, bro.
Right.
Come on, bro.
She a sister. We supposed to be able to go in and support her regardless. Everybody got some flaws, but you sitting up there talking about her doing a job. It was a job. Now, how's she gonna get in that position if she's not doing her job?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and the fact of the matter is with me too, is that if you can sit out here and say a system is stacked against you, the system stacked against you. When we know the system stacked against us almost from the beginning of our inception here. When we little riding in the car with our parents and they tell us look out for the man and you 6 years old.
You better know.
You understand? So we know the system. By the time we get grown, you already know what it is. Let's be clear on that. Now, people that get locked up, I have a sympathy for the people who are wrongfully convicted. that they don't do the job, and they just snatch these people up and throw them in jail. I have a sympathy there. But when you're talking about people that's out here doing things and taking penitentiary chances, now you know if you got one crack rock, they're gonna give you 700 years. And the white boy with powder, they gonna give him 4 weeks. You understand? If you know this happening, you put yourself in them people's system.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
So you can't say, oh, they built this bill and this bill. Yeah, but you ain't have to put yourself in that system.
Right.
If you weren't wrongfully convicted,
right,
and they locked you up wrongfully, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
If you was out here taking penitentiary chances and you was out here selling your crack and your coke and your whatever, you put yourself in the system that you know stacked against you. So you can't hold nobody. You can't get mad at nobody saying that ain't right. And you can say I was trying to feed my family and all those things. I get that. Now I understand things was hard. I was here in the 90s. I understand it, but that doesn't negate that a system was built that's stacked against you. And if you get caught, you just basically assed out.
Dom, that's why I say that stop and frisk.
Yeah,
that's a whole new ball game, because like what you just explained was for the knuckleheads who put themselves in harm's way of a system that is stacked against us.
Yeah,
but that stop and frisk give the police the autonomy to say, oh, let me pull them over, let me stop you for a minute, and then they find something and then throw you in the system that's gonna grind you up even more. So
and that's all the parts of systemic racism. Go ahead, Ed.
But we got people not even looking at that. They talking about what Kamala did back in '94. And I'm talking about what's happening right now that Trump is doing. You need to get him up out of office.
Prosecutors are there to prosecute.
That's it. Now, black folks, for real, all black folks need to cut it out.
Really?
From the time we came over here on the boat, to today, we are caught up in the system.
Yeah.
Okay? We are not collectively playing the game of America properly. That is why our communities are disenfranchised, because we're not playing the game.
Yes.
The name of the game is get you some property, get you some. If you're an American, you don't got a business, you're not playing the American game. Period. And because we're not doing those things, the minute we start playing the game and we start worrying about our money, we start worrying. I talk to Joe about, me and Joe go back and forth with this all the time.
He's talking about Joe Clay. That's my you might as well say that's my brother, another great brother. But he getting all us into this whole thing of getting equity and building your wealth.
So we talk about this. We take the county outside of DC. We take Prince George's County. It's a predominantly black community. Can we get 100,000 residents in that county to put up $1,000 in a year's time? That's $100 million in the county one time, 1 year. $100 million can pay for all the kids to go to college. For that, all the HBCUs can be paid for the kids.
$1,000.
Just $1,000. That's less than $100 a month.
Yep, $1,000.
You can say with $100 million, you can say the average drug dealer on the street making $20,000 a year. All y'all come get this $50,000 job because we just built this $20 million company in our county with our own money. You understand? So you can give an opportunity. The minute we start playing like that, crime is going to go down.
I love it.
Our wealth gap is going to close, but we got to do it. It ain't about who and what and all of this other stuff. We got to get on the board and start playing the game.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what, Eddie? There were some guys. I believe they were out of Atlanta. They were in the process of doing something similar to what you're talking about, and getting ready to acquire some property that all of them had invested in, trying to come up or whatever. And then the banks and the people found out that they were black and what they were trying to do with the community. and shut them out. Wouldn't turn. So I say that to say, for those that's listening, let's grind as a community like that, but also understand that we're gonna run into some glass ceilings because they'll change the rules on you when they see progress. But that shouldn't stop us though.
That's fine. We got black banks. Industrial is ready to play ball if we put our money in it. You know what I mean? If everybody said, okay, I'm gonna go put a $500 savings account in a black bank. I'm not even gonna do all my daily check-in and all what you do with Wells Fargo and all that. I'm gonna put $500 in a. That will create 20 jobs. I mean, you know what I mean, per person. Like, so when you start investing in those banks, the bank is able to create the lending process so that we can create the jobs and do the things that we want to do. We don't necessarily. We in America, we can do it. We can get it done. We got to stop being distrustful of each other. We got to trust each other.
Right. We do.
Stop saying stuff like, "Oh, blacks can't get together." We got to stop putting that energy out there in the air.
Right.
Really start showing examples, even if it's small. Okay, it's 100 of my friends. Okay, 100 of my friends. All right, everybody put up a stack. We just went and bought a store. All right, cool. Next 100 friends. Everybody put up, you know what I mean? We just have.
And we're not talking about the Suwu.
Okay? No, we ain't talking about the Suwu.
No. We ain't talking about getting in the water.
But the Suwu is how the Africans and the people from the Caribbean, when they come over here, they use that system.
They use it different from us, though.
Yeah.
Because even my producer, he heard of it when I asked him about it, when I asked Renee about it, and the way he said that his family would use it, it make more sense. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the way we using it like a pyramid.
Like a pyramid.
Like a pyramid. That's only successful for the first few people that get there.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the people from the islands, when they find out about how we using that format, they get upset, and it's like, don't call it a Suwu because that's not what it is.
That's not what it is.
Yeah, we turned it into a pyramid scheme, and then nobody really profit except for 2-3 people, and everybody else.
The first 7.5 people.
Because the math don't work from the beginning.
Yeah, dog. The math
don't work.
The math don't work.
But I like what you're saying, though, Eddie. That needs to be put out into.
That's true, Ed. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, even if we so we take the principles of this Suwu since it's trending, right? There are all sorts of peer lending apps, right? So I put my $500 in this peer lending app, and I loan it, and I get a 8% or 10% return on my $500.
Right.
Just the same rate as what I'm making when I store this money in this 401k that I don't know nothing about. And I can't hold my 401k accountable at my job. You know what I mean? They just taking it out my check, and hopefully I have some money when I retire. You know what I mean? We're not stewarding the money. Just take a little bit and just say, I'm a bet on us.
And you can lose your 401k in the stock market anyway. That money, we already saw that in the Bush administration. That money was gone. Just boom. We already saw that. So
when I saw Warren Buffett pull all his money out, I put my little 14,000 or whatever that was after. Give me, look.
Yes.
Penalty, I'll take the penalty. Give me whatever. Give me mine now.
But I definitely think, though, one thing I can't say about Kamala Harris, I don't think we need to drag her. If nobody's gonna lift us up, black men got to lift the black woman up.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand. I mean, we gotta have somebody's shoulders to stand on. And if no other shoulders, I think it should be our own men's shoulders. We should stand. I don't think any of us need to be dragged. And with that said, what y'all think about WAP or WAP? Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. It's a whole bunch of.
I came 3 times watching that video. Man, I want me some WAP writing. And man, please, if y'all could send me, tell Megan if we could just hang out, I'll give me 2 days. I promise her. Boy, she would have a smile on her ear to ear.
No, I just didn't like how they dragged the young ladies.
They
like
wrong, man.
They wrong. Like I knew who Cardi B was. Like I follow Cardi B, maybe not all of her music, but I think she's funny.
Yeah,
you know, when you do stand up, you like to laugh. So she make me laugh. She got me when she said she need the IRS to send her an itemized statement of what they did with her money. I said, that's my kind of girl right there. And when they start sending them, let me know, because I want to know too what they been done with mine. She said, y'all took all my money like that. So I just don't, and that was my first time on that record. And the reason I listened to it, because everybody was, oh, Cardi B this, oh, Cardi B that. I said, well, what they say? And Megan Thee Stallion, I had never heard her. I like her flow. You know what I'm saying? I like her flow.
Me too.
I even told my niece, I said, I had never heard Megan Thee Stallion. So she was explaining her to me, and she was like, but that was a good way for you to hear her for the first time, because she killed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She killed it. And I was like, okay, but the thing I didn't understand about people complaining about the video, the track was, there's some holes in this house. Man, what year did that come from?
Right.
What year did that start? That had to be in the 90s.
I told everybody on my timeline, y'all keep doing this. I'm going to release the Freaknik videos.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh,
96. I know you the principal of the school and you the supervisor and you G14 right now, but I have the tape.
There's some holes in this house.
I don't know where you want the song to go from when it come in like that. I don't know what else you wanted to go. Where it's going to end when it opens up like that.
They act like it was going to be some kind of praise and worship song or something.
Listen, Don, if people did their research, they'll find out that what Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion did on this particular piece, it ain't nowhere near what the women used to say in their songs back in the 20s and 30s.
No, the people that forgot about Millie Jackson, huh?
Listen,
still now.
But the thing of it too is when people were really mad at the outlets. Come on, the people that really mad at the outlets that put it out and all this. Wait a minute, you gotta raise your own children.
You gotta raise your own kids, man.
You gotta raise your own children. You know
something. I like what Cardi B said. She talked about how hypocritical the industry is, and she was saying how when she did a positive record, you know, the industry and people in the streets, you know what I'm saying? The black community talking about, what's that? What you trying to do? We don't want to hear that. So when she went gutter with it, now they want to bash her on that. But the thing about it is, that's how this world is. Like they want you to be a certain way. Like Richard Pryor, remember he came back from Africa and he said, I'll never use the N-word ever again. And he went to Detroit, did that show, and bombed. They like, man, we ain't with none of this here right here. So he came back the next night, gave them what they wanted, told it to them how they wanted to hear it, and they got a standing ovation. And
the thing of it is if your daughter like Cardi B, all you got to do is tell her, don't you let nobody put nothing in your mouth that mess with that dangly thing in the back of your throat. Be around here not even able to keep your food in your mouth no more. Be around here slobbing all the time.
I beg to differ. If her daughter wants to grow up and get married, she needs to know how to put the thing to dangle all the way. Please.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You got to let your daughter know that. That's right, Ed. If she want to use that, just know that they don't have no dangly thing implants. So when that thing be gone and he ruined that thing and shifted out of place, you be around here, can't need somebody got to be on the feeding tube.
Yeah, me.
Then he ain't gonna want you no more. He be like, I ain't gonna keep on with it.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, she don't even cook. She don't even cook no more. We around here eating smoothies all day.
Her throat messed up.
I'm gonna tell you right now who sat up in their grave though. See Dolores Tucker. Y'all remember her? She sat up and said, "Oh, did y'all hear that? Did you hear that?"
Oh my God!
The ghost of Dolores Tucker.
You know the lady with the turban that was after Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
People were so mad at her about Tupac. They say they gonna shoot her on sight right in that turban. That's how mad back in the night. They say, "No, if I see her, I'm shooting right at the turban. I'm gonna start right there." That's how they was. They was like that.
Well, I think that we need more WAP in the community. Put a WAP at each voting station. If we put a WAP at each voting station, the lines will be long. She'll make a little money.
The lines will be long.
And I don't even know why people, they can celebrate their loins if they like.
That's right.
Grown, man.
It's nothing wrong. They grown women. And it's grown folks' music.
And they're not trying to make their music for everybody.
No.
They're not trying to make it. And they haven't got to the point in their life where they realize things have changed over the years.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? But right now, let them express themselves. And if they want to talk about, men do it all the time.
Listen.
What he gonna do to you, how big it is, and he ain't about to do nothing. It's all hype. You get up in there, you done been so hyped. Absolutely, Ed. And he in there tired, and you sitting up there texting your friends like, let me take a picture of the #1 stunner for you.
Ain't
Look
nobody
at the #1 stunner right here.
Ain't nobody tell y'all to put no no-dos up in there. Okay.
He gonna do this for you. He gonna do that for you. He gonna take you there. He gonna take you to the moon. You ain't been no moon, and you gotta lift off your feet to go to the moon.
Oh my God, he walking through the break room at work and won't know why everybody laughing at him.
Yeah,
everybody pointing. What was that? What was like they did in Boomerang? You know what I'm saying? Like all the women were snickering when he walked by.
Oh, them the worst kind of relationships. Them on the job relationship.
Oh,
when it don't work out, everybody be looking. Y'all ain't together. We be like, not at all. And please don't bring that up again at lunchtime.
No.
What he do? Nothing.
That be that dude that every like most women, they got some dude that don't count.
That's terrible.
They're like, oh no, that don't count.
That don't count. I know nothing about those things. I count every time.
And then when you think about it, don't nobody be saying they got no dry whack. How you gonna make a song like that?
There's some sandpaper in this house.
The Serengeti whack? Nobody says that.
What's that girl? It's a couple of them that might, you can look at them and be like, what's that girl? My neck and my back, she got some sand whack.
Now that was a worse song though than this song. Man, she went forward. You talking about Kaya?
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
she went in with her.
Back.
But everybody, even whatever gender you are, man or woman, everybody celebrate their loins. Don't nobody say, I ain't that good, you know. I'm on struggle time, and you might don't have a good time, but I'm smart, you know. And I make a lot of money, you know. But nobody says that. You have to find that out through trial and error.
He's not gonna sit you down and say, "Hold on, let me talk to you first. Let me."
Yeah, because I'm not at my best. They gonna go in there like this.
The parent.
No. What he's saying, I'm not at my best.
I'm not at my best. We might not have a glorious experience in this area, but baby girl, I make a lot of money. I work hard. I can cook.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cheat. You ain't got to worry about that.
That's why you see the couples that don't match in Walmart.
I go to church on Sunday.
See, that's how when you see them couples that don't match in Walmart, that's who they is. You be like, oh, I see. I know why they together because we got the credit, and she just, working them for the situation. Now, I think the parents are frustrated about the whole video because their kids at home all the time, and they in the house just twerking and all of this. They ain't doing no school work, and running up the internet and all of that. So, we just got to get more active. Parents, spend more time with your kids, and they won't be out here.
You just have to parent, and that's just what that was. Yeah. If you don't, it went. And when I was growing up, and you all can attest to that, we all like the same age. When we were growing up, if our parents said it was something we weren't going to watch, listen to, participate in, that's just what it was. Yeah. You could not get angry at these grown women making grown women music. Now, if you let your teenage daughter or your child listen to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, now that's your fault. If they want to do that and you let them take on a grown woman's lifestyle and a grown woman's perspective on her life and what she want to do, that's your fault. That's not the distributor's fault. That's not Apple, Spotify, you name it. That's not their fault. You have to parent your children. Nobody else can.
Your WAP calls that.
Yes, absolutely. So you can't even. It's grown folks' music. But people just tend to like to drag women when they can. And it's just like dragging Kamala Harris and dragging her for what?
For what?
For what? Well, the person we need to be dragged
is everybody's dragging everybody, because you can be anything in this world right now but a black man, heterosexual black man right now.
Well, but that's true.
So everybody's just dragging. We in this cancel culture. Everybody's got this enlightened mentality. Everybody's trying to be as woke as possible. So, it's going to be some wiggle room. We're going to have to work on it, though.
Yeah.
We just got to do that as a people, man. And we got to, like Dom said, you got to be able to separate this stuff that's happening. These are grown women.
Yeah.
And grown women from a certain side of the streets.
Yes.
Like it was a time people in rap, they would sometimes rap about a lifestyle that they didn't have.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there was a few who rapped about this was their everyday life. Where Cardi B comes out of a place where, hey, this is who she, you know what I'm saying? Like she ain't no stranger to what's happening out here now.
No. And then one thing I like about Cardi B, she had put all that little stripper energy away. And she said right there, just as nice with Joe Biden. I didn't even recognize her. Had her head brushed over like she was a secretary, had her suit on with her shirt. I said, look at Miss Cardi B.
I like the fact that she's real, though, Dom.
She's real, and she's real. She does, even in all of that, she does care about this society. She cares about what happens with the vote. When she sit down with Joe Biden, she has millions of people that follow her.
Yeah,
right.
And I like the way she's using her platform for that.
Yeah,
I like the way. That's a good thing that she's doing. Like 50 Cent had to apologize for teasing Meg Thee Stallion, talking about he thought it was a joke. When you ever heard the word shot? When he got shot 15 times, was it a joke? When you heard the word shot, is that ever like, when does that be? And I know a joke when I hear one. When did shot become a joke?
Yeah.
Never. So, he had to apologize for her. And she was very transparent and talked about what her life was like being here without any of your parents and stuff. So we gotta respect that people go through things.
Wow.
And we don't have to all agree, but one thing we do need to do is, like Ed said earlier, we need to love each other, and we need to figure out how we gonna get on one message.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come together on some things, you know what I mean? We get to be individuals, but all right, this group of things, all right, boom, protect the black woman.
Yeah. But we got to stand up for the black man too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, I think what the black woman is looking for us to do is really support them. They want to feel that. You know what I mean? So we have to make our presence felt. All right? So we got to double down. We got to, make sure you open up the doors. Make sure that you, take the trash out. Just making sure that you're present.
But I'm gonna tell you though, E, this situation with Kamala Harris, with our own community, our own people, it reminded me just how we do as a people. Black folks, we like to show out at the family cookout or the family reunion, you know what I'm saying, or on Thanksgiving. when somebody's in the house that we, you know what I'm saying, we ain't forgot their dealings, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to bust up. All she asked was, hey, where's the potato salad? And then here goes somebody. You know she slept with Willie Brown. Like what
that got to do with anything?
You know what I'm saying? And that's
they
how
just mad because they see what
that's
you
what
do.
we're doing in the streets with Kamala Harris.
That's not right. That's not
and then what happened? And Dom, y'all mock, like, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Usually at every family gathering, when you have a little situation like that, it's the elders of the family or that good auntie or that uncle. Somebody step in and they say, "Hold on, nephew, let me talk to you for a minute. We don't do that right here. Don't do that."
Yeah.
Somebody has to step up and let our people know, hey, that's in-house stuff. Don't bring that out here.
It has nothing to do with anything.
Because right now the lady need our support because she's ready to. We need her in the house, and I think it's so hypocritical because if it was me, and this is just the way my mind run, somebody who used to manipulate the system and take full advantage of how warped America's system is, I would want them in place because now this is somebody who understands how this stuff works. And if anybody if anybody was qualified to flip it and work against it, and they know the ins and outs about it, it would be somebody who was on the other side of that camp. But we're not looking at it like that.
Yeah. We need to understand
and don't have a real plan and don't have nobody qualified to get in there and deal with the sophistication of how America is created.
Well, I think we get people in there to put it like this. The business people understand who they need to get in there to work at the behest of them.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So we need to understand that if they're doing it on that level, then we have to do it on that level. Okay. So if we say, okay, boom, we want some reparations, right? We don't know what that look like yet. All right, cool. Who is the foremost person that understands what that could look like?
Right.
Boom, Dr. Claude Anderson. Put Dr. Claude Anderson, Bob Johnson, and that other billionaire that
Robert, I can't think of his last name.
Yeah, from Texas. Yeah, him. Put them in the room. Let them get that project studied out with the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus, y'all need to. This is what we want. Boom. Everybody in you know what I mean? Now let's see how we can move forward. We got to understand how to use the system. We just started voting, so all we know is the action of going to the ballot for somebody that make us feel good. Forget all that. I want somebody that I can work. I can work Kamala. We can work Joe. You know what I mean? We can at least go get something.
Yeah, I think so too.
This food right here, you saw what they keep China out the
with this dude, we dead on arrival. I'm just telling you. Dead on arrival. This man just said that he was not suppressing the post office 2 days ago. And now today, this guy is talking about, no, I said make the mail go faster. Come on, that's you can't, no. That's unacceptable.
We got to do something. So
yeah,
black man, every time you get a chance to say, vote for Kamala, vote. If you catch somebody that's, some people just like to be indifferent just for the sake of being indifferent. Have an argument. Oh, y'all just want to follow, just to seem like they not with the crowd. Right? Everybody like to be with the crowd. All right, you're gonna have those people. They don't have no facts on their side. They know what's going on. He can't be that bad. He done did this, he done did that. How he acted during the Dylan Roof situation is enough for me to not want to vote for him, not never.
Charlotte too.
Charlotte, not
disrespected never. John Lewis. I mean, we can run it down. He's just no.
Yeah, so it's enough. No. Get some. I don't care if it is another Republican, not him.
Not him. Absolutely.
I like the approach that Michelle Obama took when she was talking about him. She didn't.
Train, excuse me, Train is talking about, if you all didn't see, the first night of the Democratic National Convention. He's speaking about Michelle Obama. She headlined the Democratic National Convention last night. Go ahead, Train.
Yeah, and what I appreciate about not just her speech, but I appreciate the approach that she made. She didn't get down into the weeds of of Trump's activities. She stayed above, and she just simply said, the guy has proven to us over and over, time and time again, he's not equipped for the job.
He's in over his head.
He's in over his head. He can't. And I thought it was so poised of her to say that, because very seldom can you. It's like, how can you throw mud but your hands stay clean? And she did it the most elegant way, like just letting you know the guy is not fit for the job. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't have to speak to a female base, a black base, because her platform, just like President Obama, he stayed up. We wanted him to come down in the hood and just make it about us, but he rarely did that. He spoke to the masses, just how she spoke to the masses. Like Angela Ross said, she just come off her book tour, and you got to look at her fan base. You got to look at her supporters. They're not all sisters. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
These are women from all corners of the earth. You know what I mean? So it was smart of her not to, because Trump was talking about, her speech was pre-recorded, and it wasn't in the moment, and it wasn't live. Well, that goes to show how horrible you are, because what she said back then is still applied to whoever you are today and whatever you got going on.
You killed.
Go ahead, Ed.
You killed 20 more thousand people than what she stated.
Yeah,
okay? It wasn't 150; it's 170. You know what I mean? So I think that Michelle, she was classy. A black woman know how to be classy and stay a lady, but tell the truth.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
No problem. We just have to take a page out of her. Now, I think that to a degree, I'm not saying her, but somebody got to get dirty. Somebody got to Joan Trump out every day.
That's going to be Kamala.
Bet. And then boom, she got my vote.
Because what I thought was so powerful about, excuse me, what I thought was so powerful about, excuse me, about Michelle Obama's speech was, she has been the president of the United States before. So she knows how she knows how the job works. She's been there every day with her husband, who was the president of the United States. So she knows what the job entails.
Yeah.
So if you're going to listen to anybody, if you thought this man was fit to do the job, if you look at what she said at the Democratic National Convention 2020, you have to rethink that decision.
Right.
And another very poignant thing she said, if you don't think things will get worse, they will, and they are, because the president, the administration now is like on Cartoon Network or Disney Channel. They think it's gonna go away. And that's just not going to happen like that. So it was really, really powerful, and I just enjoyed it, and she just laid it out.
Yeah,
when I knew it was excellent. I already thought it was excellent, but I always wonder how other people receive things. When Fox News, Chris Wallace said she sliced and diced Donald Trump tonight, and all he can come back and say, and even his supporters after a while have to say, come on, man. All his response was, she's in over her head. What do that mean?
Right.
Oh, I know what that means. Put bleach in your veins for coronavirus. It means the same thing. Nothing.
Right.
I think that if we can get our message that and understand that what's at stake. This person is inciting white supremacists to feel empowered. This person is messing with The deficit is our kids ain't gonna be able to pay this off.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
America is gonna have to really start selling crack again to get the money to pay for this foolish shenanigans. I don't know what we're gonna say. We got to sell something. Because the bill is high. I'm looking at the tax situation and it is, I mean, it is I'm looking at the bill. I'm going through my little thing. I'm like, okay, we spent how much on what? Somebody going, you know what I mean? And we really have to understand and say, okay, what do you want for your grandkids?
Wow.
What do you want for them? What type of world do you really want for them? They can't even go outside right now. They can't go outside, and it was preventable.
Right.
It was.
Just think about it. We in the house for something that we didn't necessarily have to be in the house for. Everybody missed their birthdays, you do school, jobs. You ain't got no jobs. We got a pandemic. The healthcare system's broken.
And look, and even the help that the government was giving, they not coming back till after Labor Day. They don't even care no more.
They don't even care, bro.
They just don't. It's like crazy.
No.
And yeah, you gotta vote them out and let them go.
Yeah, let them go. Somebody need to get fired.
Yeah,
somebody got to gentrifiers lead the city.
Yeah.
Red hats.
Well, Ed, at least when it come down to pay the deficit time, we be about what, 75 or 80. We be
about 75, 80, then we be back on even Steven.
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
we be about 75, 80, half gone, so we can.
They're gonna change retirement age to 90.
Yeah, so we can sit there and say, "Woo woo 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 woo."
The more say I think it's 3.3 trillion.
Yeah. Where you gonna get that from? Where?
And then he had audacity to talk about what's going on in New Zealand with their coronavirus cases. Hello, please don't talk about anybody else.
Shut up. Man. We running out of change.
Yeah, we only had coins.
We only got.
We don't have coins.
We ain't got no more quarters. Everybody have a quarter.
That's another dog whistle right there. You got to look into where the change go. The change gone.
The change gone.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. So, you know,
well, this is a prime example. I think people need to go ahead and take note. All the ones who had the question 4 years ago. Well, how bad could it be if we vote for him? How bad could it be? Well, you looking at it. Over 40 million people unemployed. I don't know how many people done died due to this pandemic.
About 180,000. Yeah, maybe 170-something thousand. And almost 5.1 million people have been infected with the virus. And this is what I don't understand now. I know Hillary Clinton's record and I know who she was. But what made people even think that he would be a good candidate? Like, what did he say? Because I was watching the whole thing and I know he can talk and I know he has the gift of gab and he has a natural, he could probably be a comedian. Because he can make up stories, he can he can bring fantasy into reality. So I know he can do those things, but I'm saying, what made people believe that he would be a good president?
The same reason
he ran up on President Obama for 4 years.
Well, yeah, but that was the one thing, Train. That's true. Obama. But they really made a playbook. They took a playbook out of Hitler's playbook. Okay, so Hitler was the chancellor of Germany before he was president. During that time, and they during that time, the Jewish community was protesting, just like we're protesting right now, Black Lives Matter. They were doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Hitler came in with this nationalist mentality, inciting the people that were there. Germany first, right? America first.
Yeah.
Right? And so those people were empowered. They finally had a voice at the table.
Wow.
And they went and they got organized and they looked at Barack's 8 years and they were getting organized. While we partying, they was getting together every weekend.
Now, do they
organized because they were so committed to getting him in there.
Right.
Okay. Like Michelle said, 2 or 3 votes in each county. It could have went either way. Less than a percentage point.
Wow.
That small.
Yeah.
That's small.
2 votes. 2 votes.
Yeah. 2 votes. Two
votes.
votes here. 10 votes there. 20 votes here. 30, real small room for margin of error. That small. And the people that decided to not show up could have tipped it all the way over because they were like, I don't want to vote for Hillary.
Yeah.
Looking at it like, oh, we can work Hillary. We can get something out of her. She full of guilt about this crime bill that her husband.
Yeah.
We can get something for her. We ain't know we can work her. You can't work this dude for nothing.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Dom said dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival.
Period. So,
and even when in voting, you do have to think about this guy wants to be a dictator. And if you look it up, you really don't want to live in a fascist society. I'm just saying, that's not anything you're really interested in. And I understand what you're saying about Hitler, but the problem that the white supremacists and stuff even have is like you acting like this and treating people like this, and this your country, and this is the Native Americans' country. The rest of us immigrants, so I don't even understand what the problem is.
They're not counting on you being able to read and know how to read. They're not counting on that.
We was imported. I don't know about the immigrant. We didn't decide to come here. We had no decision.
No.
I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm still trying. I'm scared to get a DNA test.
Yeah. We need one just in case.
Well, if all else fails, I'm packed around my If all else fails, I get one, move to Ghana. Or I'm waiting for Akon to finish building his little jump, and I'm gonna go ahead and move over there.
Where's Akon's thing at?
He building a Wakanda-like city in his homeland.
Where he from?
Africa.
What part though? We are too, but what part?
Wait, no, not South Africa. Where's Akon from? Is it Kenya? I think it's Kenya. Yeah. I think it's Kenya, one of them joints. Akon is building a whole city.
So
you know what I mean?
Please exercise your right to vote, because the way I feel about it is we owe that to our ancestors. I do believe that a heavy price was paid for our right to vote. And not only that, I think you need to make your voice heard, because whatever happens in this country, unless you plan on leaving the United States of America, it's going to affect you. So you need to make your voice heard so you'll have a decision and in the way in which it affects you. And the current administration, when I think about that administration, all I can see is Handmaid's Tale in my mind. That's all. If you haven't checked out Hulu's Handmaid's Tale, check it out. And that's all I can really, that's the way I see it. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Train, you had a something to say?
Oh, yeah. Akon is from West Africa. Senegal and West Africa.
Senegal. Okay.
Senegal.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all being on here with me. So listen, I know we're in coronavirus.
Thank you for having us, Don.
Oh, absolutely. I love y'all. So listen, let the people know where they can find you on social media And also like what you know, let them know where they can find you on social media, and if you have anything, like people are doing comedy shows, promote anything you have to promote. Have you all done any comedy yet? Shows yet?
I dropped a comedy album.
Okay.
I dropped one on my birthday. The way that I did it, you can go to my website and get the entire full album for only $10. You can get it for free if you buy a pair of socks. I got some custom socks. That's right, with the artwork for the album on the socks. So the socks and the album together is $20. You can listen to it whenever you own it. I haven't done any shows. So, you know, I said, okay, let me go ahead and drop this product.
All right. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Congratulations and happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, Ed. Congratulations.
Yeah, I do a virtual show every Monday and Thursday nights, Dom. I've been doing that since March. It's called A Train Live, behind the scenes, featuring DJ Oxygen up there in DC.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ox.
Yeah, Big Ox. He spin for like the first 15, 20 minutes. Then I come on the end of that, and I'm sharing jokes, stories, and things that never been told before on stage. And we do that. We've been doing it now every week since March. I took off 2 weeks for the George Floyd, protesting that was going on. And but other than that, we've been doing it every Monday and Thursday. And then also, if you want access to that, just go to my fan page on Facebook. I'm the Comedian A Train, because it's a private group, and you'll have access for that. Go to that link, and it'll give you the details, instructions on that. And then also, if you're in Orlando area, I'm headlining Bonkers Comedy Club August 28th and August 29th at the Margaritaville Resort down in Orlando. Real swanky new resort. I think it's only probably about 2 years old, but real nice resort. If you're looking for a getaway, that's a nice place to get away, you know what I'm saying, and have a nice time. It's clean. You could live in the hotels or the condos, the houses that they have on a resort. It's really nice. Or if you just want to come to the comedy show, just go to my website, comedianatrain.com, and you'll see the ticket information there for August 28th, August 29th, Bonkers Comedy Club at the Margaritaville Resort, Orlando.
That's beautiful.
And I haven't been back to work yet, but I should be going back to work here soon, and I'll let you guys know. I thank you guys for tuning in for the first episode. We had a good time. I knew we would with Eddie, Bryant, and Comedian A Train. You can follow me on all my social media outlets. Dominique, DOMINIQUE, Comedy, COMEDI, and on Facebook is Dominique Comedienne, COMEDIENNE. So you can check me out there, and
and follow me on the gram too. Under Do It Again and see what happens. All
Ed, did you say your social media handles, Ed?
Oh, Eddie Comedian on Instagram and Twitter. And my website is theeddiebryantshow.com. All things theeddiebryantshow.com.
Nice.
Okay, so I appreciate y'all. So we'll be here. I'll be here every Tuesday on this podcast. If the days happen to change, I will let you know. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, I know that was so like early 90s. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And you know, these my guys right here. So at some point you will see them pop up again. And we're gonna be sharing a lot of information. We're gonna be talking about what's going on, talking about some sports. They in that bubble. Y'all like that sports bubble?
Oh man, I don't. It's weird. I
think they robots. They look like Rock'em Sock'em Jones right there.
They do look like that.
Don't look like.
So I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, and y'all look good. And y'all stay up, and I'll see you next time.
See y'all next time. Be safe.
Y'all, we out.
Right.
Okay. Bye bye.